The Maasai are a semi-nomadic ethnic group native to Kenya and northern Tanzania, known for their distinctive culture, dress, and deep-rooted traditions. They are among the most recognized and iconic peoples of East Africa. The Maasai people are a Nilotic ethnic group. They belong to the larger family of Eastern Nilotes, whose ancestors are believed to have originated in the Nile Valley region of South Sudan around the 15th century. Between the 15th and 18th centuries, the Maasai groups migrated southwards through the Rift Valley, driven by population pressures, search for new grazing lands, and possibly conflicts with neighboring groups. By the 17th and 18th centuries, the Maasai had reached their present homelands in Kenya and Tanzania. At their peak in the 19th century, Maasai territory was vast and included the fertile lands around the Great Rift Valley and central highlands of Kenya, before later being reduced by disease, drought, and colonial land appropriation. They remained distinct from many neighboring peoples because they resisted assimilation, holding on to their dress, language, ma, and customs despite colonial and modern pressures. The Maasai traditionally rely on cattle as the center of their economy and a way of life. Cattle provide food, status, and are central to ceremonies and customs. They speak the Ma language, but also often speak Swahili and English. Visually, the Maasai are known for their colorful shukas, cloaks, intricate beadwork, and distinctive hairstyles, which vary by age and gender. Despite modernization, many Maasai continue to uphold their traditional lifestyle, although some have integrated aspects of modern society such as schooling and business. The Maasai warriors, also known as Morans, are a central and respected part of Maasai society. Traditionally, they are the defenders of the community, charged with protecting their people, cattle, and land from threats such as wild animals or rival groups. Becoming a warrior is a major rite of passage for young Maasai men. This transition involves a series of ceremonies, including circumcision, after which boys enter the Moran stage. During this time, they live together in warrior camps, train in endurance, survival, and fighting skills, and learn tribal traditions. This period can last several years. Historically, killing a lion was considered a sign of bravery and manhood, though this practice is now discouraged due to conservation efforts. Morans are also known for their courage, discipline, and loyalty to the community. Visually, warriors are striking, often wearing red shukas with elaborate beadwork, ochre-dyed hair, and carrying spears or rungu, wooden clubs. While modern life is changing some aspects of Maasai life, the warrior tradition still holds powerful symbolic value, representing strength, honor, and identity among Maasai people. Traditionally, the Maasai were not only warriors but also raiders, a practice that played a significant role in their culture and way of life. Cattle were, and still are, the core of Maasai wealth, social status, and survival. As such, cattle raiding, the act of stealing livestock from neighboring communities, was historically seen not as theft, but as a rite of passage, a way to prove bravery and means of expanding wealth and influence. Young Maasai Morans, warriors, were trained for this role from a young age, learning how to track, ambush, and navigate tribal territories. Raids were carefully planned, often carried out under the cover of a night, and required courage, strength, and strategic skill. Success in a raid elevated a warrior's status within the community. However, these raids sometimes led to conflict with neighboring groups, such as the Samburu, Kikuyu, or Kamba, and could result in cycles of retaliation and violence. As colonial and modern governments established laws and borders, raiding became illegal and discouraged, though it still occasionally occurs in some areas due to long-standing rivalries and economic pressures. The Maasai jumping dance, known as the Adumu, is one of the most iconic cultural traditions of the Maasai people. Key features of the Adumu: vertical jumping. Young Maasai men, Morans, stand in a circle and one by one step forward to jump straight up and down, keeping their bodies stiff and heels rarely touching the ground. Competition of strength. The higher the warrior jumps, the more respect he gains. It shows strength, vitality, and readiness as a protector of the community. Singing and chanting. While one warrior jumps, the others sing deep rhythmic chants. The sound often alternates between the groups and the lead singer. Ornamentation. Warriors usually wear their traditional red shuka robes, beadwork, and sometimes carry spears or staffs, making the performance visually striking. Social role. Beyond being a show of energy, it is also a form of courtship. Young women watch and admire the warrior's skill, stamina, and attractiveness. If you have noticed, some Maasai women shave their heads bald. Believe it or not, it's a symbol of beauty. In Maasai culture, a clean-shaven head is considered beautiful and elegant. It emphasizes their beadwork, jewelry, and brightly colored attire. Also practicality. Living in the hot, dry savanna, shaving the head helps women stay cool and maintain hygiene. Cultural identity. Hair is not seen as the main marker of beauty, unlike in many other cultures. Instead, the Maasai highlight beadwork, attire, and posture. Life stages and ceremonies. Women often shave their heads during important life transitions, such as marriage ceremonies, to symbolize leaving one stage of life and entering another. Shaving can also be done during rituals of mourning, as a sign of respect and renewal. Contrast with warriors. Young Maasai warriors, Morans, grow their hair long and style it with ochre as a mark of strength and warriorhood. In contrast, women and elder men usually keep their heads shaven, creating a visual distinction between social roles. This concludes my short introduction to Maasai culture for now. If you are interested in more, you better visit Kenya or Tanzania yourself and experience it firsthand.